In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the EGR tube on this Chevy Silverado. Let's get into it. We're going to remove the intake snorkel. You can do this job without doing that, but it's a lot harder to get in there, so we're just going to take this off. We'll have more room. Using an 8mm socket, loosen up the worm clamp. And over here as well. Loosen that up. Slide this off. Oops. Slide it off the throttle body. And slide it out of the way. Disconnect the connector, just push down on the tab, slide it up, out of the way. Using a 10mm socket, take these two bolts out. Take that out. And grab the EGR valve and slide it off. Now we're going to take the gasket off the EGR valve. Just slide that off. You can use a scraper or a razor blade and just scrape this off. Just make sure it's smooth. Even a wire brush will be fine. Using a 15mm socket, loosen up the bolts. There's one right here. There's one underneath. Take that out. Take that out. That's loose. On the exhaust manifold, you can see there's two bolts. You want to take those off. Use a 10mm wrench or even a socket if you can fit it on there. You can get it from up top, or if you want, you can go through the inner fender well and access the bottom one if it's a little bit easier for you. Take that bolt out. There should be a gasket in there, and also take the bottom one out. Using a 10mm socket, take this bolt out. And then just grab the hose. It slides out of there. And it slides right out. Take the new tube, slide it down in position, get this lined up in the intake, put the bolt in, we'll tighten this down. Now it's going to be pretty far away from where it needs to be. We're just going to bend it once everything's in place. Snug that down, and just slowly push this down. You don't want to kink it, but it will bend in position. It's going to go like that, and this one's going to go down here. Get the bolt started. And the bolt underneath. Get that started. And I'm just using a ratchet wrench to tighten the bottom one, tighten the top bolt, just snug that down. That's good. If there's any gasket material, you want to scrape that off with a scraper. Get this lined up. Again, you're just going to have to bend it a little bit. Just be careful not to kink it. Get this lined up. And take your new gasket, slide that in position behind. Get the bolts in. And the bottom bolt. Get that started. And snug those down. You can take your gasket and put it right here. This one, the gasket's already attached. It's still there and it's still good. So line this up, put the bolts in, get those started, and tighten these bolts down. And snug those down. That's good. Take the connector, line it up, lock it down. And take the snorkel, line it up. Go over the throttle body. That's good. Now I'll tighten these down. Tighten that one down, and you're good to go.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.